Glasgow's Golden Generation is Glasgow's leading charity for older people that provides a wide variety of support services.
We have 3 day centres across the city, and we bring in older adults from their homes to provide a meal every day and also to take part in activities. That includes things like armchair exercises, knitting classes, cooking, a bit of anything that people are interested in. And as well as that, we've got a befriending service that operates across the city. We've got a welfare service which helps people with benefits advice and also benefits applications. We have weekly clubs that we've got almost 1,000 members of the weekly clubs. So that's people coming together. They're volunteer led, which means that it's older adults themselves who decide what they want to do and how they want to do it, and we support and facilitate that. And all of these services work together to decrease loneliness and isolation.
In October 2019, the organisation received a grant from EWAW's Small Ideas Big Impact Fund to support the development of the Eat, Grow, Learn project.
When we originally applied to the Small Ideas Big Impact Fund, we applied for a project that was kind of multifaceted. So the most exciting bit was we were buying some hens to be kept at one of our day centres in the east end of the city, and the idea behind that was to get our older adults interacting with the chickens, to get them helping with their care and that side of things. And also we were looking at getting our older adults outside and also doing a bit of growing, so things like vegetables and herbs and things. And then the third aspect of it was cooking. So these 3 things, not cooking the hens, don't worry, these 3 things came together. So we had the eggs that we could cook with, and we also had the vegetables we were growing, and then we had bought hot plates and ovens to then look at healthy eating ideas and also ideas that work for older adults, because what is healthy for maybe kind of our age or younger than older adults would be maybe less high fat and high calorie than what older adults are looking at. So there's a bit of a difference there, but all of it would come together and work together so that older adults were working together but also learning something that they could then use at home.
However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, plans for the project had to be put on hold. Instead, Glasgow's Golden Generation had to respond to the urgent needs from its members, which benefited from additional funding through EWAW's COVID-19 Emergency Fund.
So back in February we got our chickens and they moved in, and we started getting things together. We started work in the garden, we bought a lot of the items we needed to get going with the project, and then COVID happened and everything just had to stop. Our day centres had to close because we couldn't bring people in from their homes because all of the guidance changed, lockdown happened, so everything kind of stopped. We had the option, we could have just closed down, furloughed our staff and just stopped doing anything really with the day centres, but we looked at what older people needed and realised that a lot of people were either shielding or just older and vulnerable and not able to get to the shops. They were maybe just scared of going to the shops because during lockdown there was a lot of information and a lot of it was conflicting and a lot of it was quite scary. So a lot of older adults just didn't want to go out at all, and that was where we were able to come in, and with the help of quite a few funders we started delivering packages of food and cleaning items and just anything older adults needed to their homes. And at that point, that was when we applied to the emergency fund to help us to continue that, and that's something that's actually still continuing. So there's been 2 aspects to it. The most obvious one is older adults have been able to get access to the food and items that they need, so we've helped people to have that provision and have access to food that they wouldn't have had otherwise. And the other side of it is we're not just about going and dumping food on somebody's doorstep and running off. There's the phone calls that go into it. We're phoning people every week to check up on them, and a lot of the time that can be the only phone call those people are getting, but we know them by name. Anyone who's come to our day centres knows the people that's phoning them, so there's just that really nice interaction there for people, so they feel a little bit less alone, which is massive when you're in the middle of a pandemic. We've had loads of feedback. A lot of it is along a similar vein of people wouldn't know where they would be without us, and they don't know where they would be without this support, so that's been really nice to see. We've also introduced a weekly newsletter so we can reach people and give them something to do during the day, because obviously the day centres aren't there, so they're not able to go out to them. But it's things like word searches, and there's crosswords, all that kind of thing, but it's also a way that there's somebody in touch with people, and the feedback that we've had from that has been really nice as well. For us, the biggest thing is just we want to still be able to reach people in whatever way that it's safe to do so and whatever way best meets their needs. The best case scenario is we want to get people back into the centres, but we know that realistically we're not going to be able to operate at the same capacity as we were operating at before because of social distancing, and we need to keep people safe. That's major for us. But our hope is that we can keep reaching people, and whether that's through food parcels, phone calls, whatever it is, that's our hope. And I would like to say it's not so much a hope as something that we're going to do, and it's something that we can keep doing.
For more information on Glasgow's Golden Generation and all the projects supported by the Small Ideas Big Impact Fund, please visit our website.